Hello creative friends! Today I'm sharing how I paint 100 plus hand-painted watercolor fern note cards. I've cut out more than 100 4-inch by 6-inch watercolor note cards, and I'm using indigo, olive green, and purple watercolor 2 paints. I'm also using my size 0 brush from my favorite and very affordable brush set, which I have linked in the description. You may be wondering why I so often choose to create 100 of creative things, and I don't have a super exciting answer for that question other than I find it to be a small and doable batch size. I more often than not share items I make for these creative markets that I go to, and I set up a tiny booth to sell my watercolor and hand embroidery items in these markets. My booth size is often around 10 foot by 10 foot, and in order to fill that space, I generally know about the amount of products I need to make for my tiny shop to look inviting. I find if I make more than 100 of something though, I quickly burn out or my hands cramp up or I lose creative interest. I find 100 to be a motivating and satisfying number. I like to sell these as singles or in packs of 5 at my markets. I only have one fern left in my inventory from my last batch, and as spring and summer are approaching, I have decided to replenish my stock. I'm testing out some new colors with the purple and the indigo, so I'm making fewer of those varieties to see how they do. You are more than welcome to create this if you are also a maker and want to follow along. I also paint pine branches frequently at Christmas time, and I find the way to differentiate between pines and ferns is to intentionally use strokes that create a curve, both for the base of the fern and for the branches that come off. It's best to take your time with these. They're a little time consuming, but if you turn your paper as you go and take your time, you will quickly get into the flow and you'll find some consistency with your strokes. I add water to my brush whenever I feel it starts to dry out or to dry across my paper. If you find creating 100 of these paintings daunting, try a handful or a dozen to keep on hand. These cards are very versatile and could be given for a variety of different occasions. I plan to frame one of these to add to my watercolor gallery wall. Since they are 4x6, they are easy to find frames for, and they make great framed art gifts. Most everyone loves to display nature images. My ferns over the years have gotten better and better, so be encouraged to know that what you paint now will continue to improve as you make painting a more frequent practice. I love taking a few hours to paint, to relax and listen to a podcast, or just to daydream and plan. Sometimes I just let my mind wander off to nowhere. It's amazing how once you let go of expectations and comparisons and just focus on being in the painting moment, I find my heart rate slowing, my breathing smooths out, and overall I feel more balanced. Letting my mind engage in something creative is a break from anxiety and worry. I hope you find a similar peace and comfort in painting as I do. By now you've noticed the patterns that I use when I create these ferns. I try to stay consistent with these patterns and just go into kind of a muscle memory as I'm creating these. And I'm using light, wispy strokes as I fill my branches in. You can use however many sets of branches that you would like. I've done several different types within all of these paintings, so it's up to you entirely. Just do what feels good and what looks right on the paper here. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and here are a few others you might like as well. Happy creating!